Not only does this Darkrai play Pidgeot V Star, but it also plays 20 individual cards. And I'm about to list them, so prepare yourself. This deck plays one copy of Galarian Moltres V, Ho-Oh-V, Squawkabilly EX, Escape Rope, Heavy Ball, Letter of Encouragement, Lost Vacuum, Nest Ball, Pal Pad, Pokémon Catcher, Rare Candy, Super Rod, Switch, Path to the Peak, Boss's Orders, Iono, Klara, and Thorton. Okay, I did actually say that all in one breath, obviously, because I like my lungs. Oh, I also forgot Radiant Greninja. There's a copy of Radiant Greninja in here that I don't think I counted. I think I did, but I forgot to mention. But not only that, this deck got top 4 in a little cheeky tournament. It got top 4 in Sunny's Weekly. Now, it wasn't a massive tournament, it had about 60 players, but it still got top 4 amongst a lot of meta decks. This deck was piloted by Daniel Helm, who I assume also built the list. But anyway, without further ado, let's get some games and actually play this wacky boy. Before we begin, I'd like to thank the sponsor of the channel, ptcgl store, where you can buy codes with 5% off using the discount code FTW. It's a way to support the channel whilst getting something in return, so why not? Now, with that said, let's get going. We are playing against a Chen Pal, but we have a pretty strong hand here. Look at Nest Ball. I mean, it may have a turn 2 Pidgeot, which I don't think is that common in this deck. All right, let's enter. And what's interesting is I could actually just discard this hand. If I get a Darkrai V-Star, I can use Star Abyss to actually guarantee my Pidgeot, because I can recover 2 item cards, that being this and the Ultra Ball. They went for an Arena, by the way, and they're going to VIP pass. But what's interesting is that it effectively operates like an Arceus V-Star with the Pidgeot, because Arceus uses Star Birth to get it from the deck. Darkrai could do it from the discard pile, which is kind of funny, actually. Kind of thematically works, right? Because of Darkrai and what it represents. The point is, it's actually kind of cool that you could do that. But you can do obviously a lot more. I'm assuming Star Abyss is quite a big part of this deck. So we'll see how this goes. Regardless, there's a Radiant Greninja and a Bravery Charm on the Chen Pal, and they go for a pass. Rightio. I'm assuming we attach the energy. I'm going to get rid of these two, and then I'm going to get myself a cheeky Pidgeot. Let's throw you in, baby. We didn't get to see some crazy Ho-Oh action. I'm assuming a turn 1 Ho-Oh is quite cool in this deck as well with Squawk and all that. But we're not doing that here. Let's go for a research. We do get the Darkrai. I'm going to get rid of the VIP pass and an energy. And I think what I get here is another Darkrai V, because I have the double patch, bro. Like, that seems pretty good. I don't think we turned that down. Oh, I only have the 1 energy to do anyway. Okay. All right, let's quick search. I'm a bit worried about getting O-code here. I can't lie. And my hands are getting a bit tricky. So I think I might actually go for an Escape Rope and then bring up one of these boys and then swing. They're going to bring up Greninja. Is it worth using my V-Star power to... This seems stupid. Maybe I shouldn't have got an Escape Rope. But is it worth using it to try and get a custom catcher on the Frigibats? That could be devastating, right? That could shut them down. It could also be an absolute waste of a V-Star power. But I think I might try this just for, you know, risk it for a biscuit and all that. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Oh, no. Okay, I'm actually going to go for a custom catcher. Oh, sorry, Pokemon Catcher. Yeah, please give me the heads. I've risked it for some falling. Yes! The risk pays off, boys and girls. Let's bring up the Frigibats. Have that, you frauds. I'm going to go Nest Ball and throw down a... oh, I don't know what I should throw here. I think I just go for a Moltres. Right, let's do that. And that is a KO on the Frigibats. Completely undeserved. Oh, God. You got to love it when you hit them heads, baby. A Darkrai from the prices. I'll take it. They're going to Shivery Trill, get some energy, and they go for a Conceal Cards. I think this is massive, by the way, because I think they're going to struggle quite a bit, because now I could just Pidgeot, get a boss, and just KO the Frigibats that they bench. They need to bench 2 Frigibats now. Otherwise, it's pretty much a wrap here. There's a Luminion on the bench, and they grab an Arena, probably to get their Frigibats. And there you go. Frigibats and Ultra Ball. No Nest Ball, interestingly. So that's quite telling as to what they're planning here. Odds are they want that Ultra Ball, obviously, for a Baxcalibur. They likely have Rare Candy in hand, but they may be making a mistake of not benching another Frigibats. Or maybe they have prized one, or they only play a 2-1-2 line or a 2-2 line. Usually you want to get 3 Frigibats in your deck, but yeah, that's interestion. Right, we'll put up Pidgeot because of the free retreat, and they're going to bring up Luminion, and they pass. So let's hope we haven't prized the boss. That's the thing with there's loads of singletons in a deck, huh? All right, let's quick search, and we shall see. We have not. Alrighty, time to get another Frigibats going. Oh, I love it. This is so fun. Right, we'll go throughout the Frigibats. I'm surprised if they don't scoop here. I would be very surprised. I'm going to get rid of another Darkrai and get rid of the Rod this time. And I might just get another Darkrai down, I think. Yeah, let's throw that here, and then we'll just go for another Dark Pulse. They must be fuming. Now, we have kind of paid the price a little bit by not accelerating a bunch of turbo energy into play by prioritizing this kind of stuff, but I'm all right with that. Do get a PokéStop from the prizes. This deck plays 14 energy, by the way, so PokéStop's likely to hit them, and that activates your Dark Patches quite nicely. So PokéStop's okay in this deck. Plus the high number of item cards. Yeah, it works. There we go. Let's see what my opponent does after that KO. There is a Shivery Chill, getting 2 energy there. They go for a concealed card. Their hands are Mahusive, and they Raihan. Ah, interesting. Let's see what the card they found there with the Raihan. Maybe another energy, because they are struggling to do good damage here. They're only doing 120 right now, but no, they're going to recover their Frigibacks. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. We unfortunately don't have any bosses left. This deck only plays a 1 copy of boss, so we can't just keep bossing. We're going to have to try and actually build up our damage output. We just got that massive advantage with those 2 prizes there to slow them down, and that's just going to get us ahead of the curve a little bit on that sense, so that's kind of cool. Right, they've got the energy. They're going to go Hellblade, and they are going to do the full 180. Are we going to be able to take out a Chien-Pao? I mean, there is a chance we do that this turn. It's hyper unlikely, but you never know. Let's go for a PokéStop, though. Let's see if PokéStop gives us some love. All right, got rid of... Oh, yikers. Huh, that's interesting. I'm going to go for a quick search, and a research kind of sounds correct here. I do lose my Letter of Encouragement, but that doesn't matter. Although Letter of Encouragement plus Baby Moltres is kind of pog. Maybe I go for an Iono here. Yeah, I'm going to try Iono out. I'm going to give it a go. It's riskier, but we're going to see. It shortens their hand at the least, so we'll take that. Okay, there's an energy we can throw down. At least there's that option. We hit a 150, so we're not 1 at KOing, but we are 2 at KOing, so that's all right. I have a pretty nice research in hand for next turn anyway, so I'm cool with that. There's an Arida coming out, which means they finally have their Bax Caliber. There you go. And they can obviously just take the KO with Shivery Chill here, but just that aggression. I think that's maybe should be able to see us through here. Granted, there's no crazy shenanigans with Greninja happening, you know? Because they could technically do Greninja here, and it might be more sensical to do that. Is sensical a word? Probably not. Because you come up with a single prize that KOs the active and also puts damage down, so Greninja's definitely correct here, no? Assuming you can actually retreat to it, but I don't think they have that option. No! Okay. They're gonna Hellblade and leave their Chien-Pao in the active. That is funky. Alrighty. So, we are doing enough to KO just because of Moltres, so thanks for that. Let's go for a Dire Flame Wings here. There you go. I'm gonna PokéStop again. I think PokéStop is probably quite good in this deck. An energy and a Pidgey, okay. Oh, this is not so big. I was gonna say this is big, but it's not, because I could get rid of the charm. But we're getting a KO anyway, so it doesn't matter. I would like to bench Thorton and then go for, bench Ho-Oh and then Thorton into Darkrai, because we're out of Darkrai's, and that's kind of a bad thing. So maybe I do that. Oh no, but I'm just out of Darkrai's in general, bro. What the hell? But it does open up Klara a bit better for us. So I think I will Thorton here. Let's go for it. Let's bring this out and go for a Darkrai. I'll attach to the Darkrai. I could Ho-Oh, but that's just a stupid idea. Can go for a quick search. I wonder what I get with this. Oh, I could open up the door for... Oh, yeah, I really could do that. I saved my letter. I could open up the door for a Moltres next turn, which will be swinging quite hard. I think it will actually be swinging 220 next turn. So maybe I grab a Moltres ahead of time, because then I could just Letter of Encouragement next turn with the Pidgeot and then guarantee myself a Moltres. So we think we'll do that. And we will Dark Pulse for the KO. There you go. And Bob's your uncle. So next turn, all we really need is, if we get KO'd, is the letter. If not, we could just keep building our hand. Maybe get Klara next turn. Klara would actually get me both my Darkrai and a fully charged Moltres up. So Klara seems strong. Now, there's a Palkia coming down. They go for a Skater's Park. So they have their free retreat, technically. There's an Escape Rope, and they're going to bring something up. Oh, do I promote Pidgeot here? Is there a way they can OHKO my Pidgeot? I think if they get a Palkia V-Star, Chien-Pao, they could, and that kind of shuts down everything. So I'd actually rather them hit a Moltres. Yeah, plus Moltres can retreat itself next turn, so I don't mind. There's a Heavy Ball coming after that Escape Rope. We're going to grab a Manaphy from there. And there's a Lumineon V on the bench. Another Lumineon. Jesus Christ. If only I had more bosses to work with, hey? There's no argument to be made of just throwing 2 copies of boss in here, because there's a lot of boss action that I'm seeing with this deck. They go for their Raihan play, attaching to the Palkia V. There's a Chien-Pao, and they pass? Okay. Right then. So, I might just attack with Moltres this turn, use it as bait for a Galarian Moltres afterwards to come up and take an OHKO and a Chien-Pao. Which means this turn, what I can do, I could Klara, but I could also Pal Pad my boss back, and that just gives us another angle for a game next turn. So I think I'd just Pal Pad here. Yeah, I think I do. Let's quick search, and we go for a Pal Pad, because I could do Klara next turn with quick search if I needed to, right? So recover a boss, and maybe research. Thornton kind of seems cool as well, to be fair. No, I'll get research back. We'll do that. Moltres can accelerate to itself with Dire Flame Wing. I can attach here. I don't think I'm going to need Greninja, so I'm tempted to vacuum away the Skater's Park just to make things a little harder for them. I think I am going to do that. Yeah, let's get rid of the Greninja. I could research here, but that doesn't seem correct because I've got my Moltres in hand. I'd rather next turn get myself the letter and then Moltres. That's free energy guaranteed in play. Or just, if I've survived here, just go for a boss on Lumineon. So I think we have a lot of game options options available. So I think we're just going to chill. All right, there's a prize there. In fact, if they bench a single prizer at that point, it's also pretty much a wrap, right? It's just boss KO. Let's see. Either way, it's a chivalry chill. Oh no, maybe I should have saved the Lost Vacuum. Yeah, I should have saved the Lost Vacuum because they can, if they put a charm on that Chien-Pao and they attack with Chien-Pao, then I could have vacuumed away the charm. Yeah, I've misplayed. It's all right. This deck's very technical by the looks of it, but that's just my first impression. So it's all about like every decision is like hyper matters. It's almost like a Lost Box deck. You could argue making an Arceus deck like this, to be honest with you. But that said, Darkrai doesn't have a damage cap. Arceus does, and that could be a big deal. Right, it seems like they're attacking with Chien-Pao, and they're probably thinking there's no way I could actually respond here or anything crazy. My friend. Oh, my friend. How silly are thee? All right, we're about to see this deck's full potential come through here as we promote the Pidgeots, use Quick Search. What's crazy is I already have 2 energy in hand, so I don't even need the letter. In that case, it's obviously Klara, right? Use the Klara, just like so. Technically, it's better to use the letter because you could Klara the Moltres the turn afterwards for more damage output. Oh, but that's what, you were nerd? No shot. We could do all this stuff. Doesn't matter, we win anyway. Let's just bench the Moltres, and that's 2 energy on there with the ability, plus energy attachment, and then retreat, and we hit exactly 220 for the final KO on Chien-Pao. Did I need to go that far? Probably not. Could also have just got on a boss and got back Excalibur, but that was more fun for me. So that is a GG. Let's go to the next game. We have what is probably one of the worst starts you could think, unfortunately, having a Ho-Oh. We've also prized 2 Darkrai. Yikers. Could also go for a Squawk, but we have 2 Pidgeot. So yeah, it's not great. I'm going to go for a Greninja, though, and just try and see if we can get some top deck situation here. All right. I think we kind of have to attach here, no? That said, we can research the next turn because we do have, obviously, Klara, although it's here, but we have Pal Pad. We also have Rod. So it's not like the Pidgeot's gone forever. There are recovery options. It just doesn't feel good, you know? Either way, there's a Capturing Aroma. They're going to get heads. This is looking like what I would expect to be colorless Lugia. There's a Lugia V-Star. Preemptive that, huh? Preemptive one, you are. Okay, never do that again, sure. But if you read the wind, get rid of an Archeops. They're probably just gonna have it next turn. There's an energy there. Might go for concealed cards, actually, before I do anything else. It's on the riskier side of things, but there you go. Oh, God, we have... Oh, bro, if I had a Rare Candy here, that would be so good, but I just don't have it. Think I Escape Rope, and let's bring up the Darkrai. Think I Ultra Ball, and I think I'm ditching this hand. I don't know how good... I don't feel good about this at all, actually. There's not even a question about it. But here we go. Let's throw the Moltres down, and we're gonna research and let's just see what we get. Okay, we have Path. I'll take a cheeky Path, but it means I can't attack this turn, and I have no way of recovering energy through item with using my Star Abyss because we haven't seen a singular Dark Patch. Can throw Pidgey down though. So an argument to be made that I switch into Pidgey and just Path them? I think so, right? They're probably gonna have the counter, but I think I'll just go into Pidgey and Path them, and then from there I have like research and stuff if needed. I even have a Letter of Encouragement, so that's just gonna find me a ton of energy. But as we know, Letter of Encouragement is always better for the Moltres play. Either way, there's a Pump Caboose, so they're gonna ditch the Path. That's all right. We didn't have an attack anyway, so it's still okay for us. Let's see if they have... We know they have the Lugia in hands, but do they have the second Archeops? The fact that they're taking a bit of time here might seem suggestive that they don't. They are going to go for a Jet Energy, confusingly. They are going to evolve to the Bench Lugia. And no, they're taking their sweet time, man. Honestly, don't blame you. And they read the wind. So, we have a PokéStop. That's useful. An Ultra Ball, also useful, but we don't have a way to get the Pidgeot because they're both gone. So, I kind of have to ditch this hand. I'm going to ditch it in the hopes that I get a Rod. There we go. Now I could genuinely get myself a Pidgeot here if I get a Rare Candy off of this PokéStop. Super unlikely. Super unlikely. But not impossible. Let's go for it. Okay, not the best, but that's all right. We also do have a Dark Patch, so I can get attacking here. Maybe I should have Ultra Balled these away first. Yeah, maybe that was better. I don't know. Listen, I'm trying to figure this out. Pidgeotto would be quite cool, actually, just to not need to guarantee the Rare Candy. Now, the question here is, do I just go for a cheeky concealed cards and pass? I could call for family, actually, for another Pidgey, or I could just swing, right? I think I swing. I think I just swing. We're gonna try to be aggressive. I think we'll go for it. Yeah, let's just swing. I was contemplating the draw. That's mainly what I was thinking about, but we are hitting a decent amount here. We do have a Dark Patch to use with our Star Abyss, and I could recover Letter of Encouragement too. If I had more energy and more Dark Patch, we would have a 1-hit KO here, but we don't, unfortunately. We're hitting, what, 180? So 150, so this would be 180. Not enough. Oh, this is risky business, but I think I'm just gonna go for a Dark Pulse. Colorless Lugia doesn't really have as much 1-hit KO potential compared to Single Strike. Obviously, they have Weird Ear, but they need to overcommit for that. So usually they use Weird Ear to OHKO big Donnies like Charizard. It's not usually used in these kind of matchups, so I think my Darkrai will survive this turn. At least I think. That's the motto of the day. I think. Not even a motto, just my whole life. They go for an Ultra Ball, so they will have probably the other... no. Huh? Hold on. Oh, no, they did. Did they really win? No. I didn't get rid of an Aroma. I could have Aromaed for an Archeops. Okay. Questionable decision-making, in my opinion. In my humblest opinion. They got a Burnett. I'm so baffled. I don't know why they just didn't go for the Aroma and risk it first. I'm sure they got other cards in their hand they can just get rid of with that, unless their hand is packed with energy, which Lugia can do sometimes. There's another Jet. They're coming up the fresh one. That's fair. There's a Summoning Star, so they are getting their little Archeopses out now. A completely full bench, though, but that's nothing a collapsed stadium wouldn't change on my opponent's side, right? And I'm not against it, to be fair, if I get another Pokemon on the bench, because I can get rid of my Ho-Oh. Either way, there's a Turbo on the Lugia. It's hitting 200. We basically need to get 5 energy into play next turn for KO, no? Because now we're hitting 120 because of that V-Guard. Yeah, there's no way we're getting 5 energy in play. I don't think we're getting an OHKO on this Lugia next turn, unfortunately. But that's the... oh, damn, I was hoping to use that PokéStop. Oh, well, it is what it is. Do we top deck anything? Heavy Ball? Not really great, if I'm honest with you. Not at all. We do get another Darkrai, though. That's actually quite good. All right, fine. I'll take that. You have it your way. Let's go for a Dire Flame Wings. And now we need to use our Star Abyss, bro. We have to Star Abyss now to, like, our maximal potential. But there's nothing to Star Abyss for. What? Letter of Encouragement will get me some energy, I guess. And that does open up Radiant Greninja. So maybe I do. But then I could Star Abyss next turn anyway. But if I could do it now... do you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. Let's go for it. We're doing very risky decisions here today, but I'm going to go for it. We'll get a Dark Patch and a Letter. Oh, no. Yeah, this is preemptive. What am I doing? I have no energy to grab with this because I haven't been KO'd. Ah, what am I doing? It's all right. I'm only half stupid. I promise. We'll get some research back so we can at least hopefully top deck into some draw if we need it. And we'll just go for a 150. Oh, Moltres does take the KO. The one thing I'm really hoping is that we just need to get Pidgeot out because then I can start getting the baby Moltres going a bit easier. And that might turn the prize trade here. So that's what I'm thinking of. There is a gift energy on Lugia. And go for a Tempest Dive. I have to come up with the Galarian Moltres, which feels horrible. But I can Dark Patch, do this. I might have to manually retreat for 2, but yeah, we're not looking like in the best spot anyway. Let's use our Letter. That's good at least. I'm going to go for a Conceal Cards here. Conceal Cards seems to be quite strong in this deck, I would think. Ooh, a Moltres? Oh my god, you said I could just come with Moltres now? No, I'm not even hitting enough, so I can't do that. I can, however, come up with a Darkrai again, but I don't think Darkrai gets the KO. If I manually retreat, I'll have 4 energy in play in total at the end of all that, unless I bench the Moltres now, in which I can get a KO. But the Moltres gets KO anyway, but it does mean we get return KO'd. I might have to bench a Moltres here, you know? Okay, let's figure this out. So I do this. I do this. I manually retreat. I go for a Dire Flame, like so, and then I bench Moltres, throw that energy on it, and it's 150 for a KO. That's good. Okay. Now, of course, we know Weird Ear can come up, and that's a bit scary, but I needed to take that KO, bro. We couldn't fall behind that. Oh my god, we just got Rare Candy from the... let's go. From the prize cards. All right. They boss? What are they bossing? Okay, they're bossing the baby Moltres. So they got the KO anyway. Fine, have it your way. But I could actually respond here with a Galarian Moltres KO. The baby Moltres, that is. And then maybe try and find a boss KO on Lumineon for game. That could happen. They're working on a Snorlax, however, the incorrect Snorlax. The one that prevents retreating, which could have its own issues for us, but yeah, that's the wrong Snorlax. They put a Therapeutical on it as well. Oh, I don't know if they just realized or not, but I'm sorry, mate. That's not the correct one. You need the one with the unfaced fat ability, my guy. What is Blood doing? I've done it many times, bro. I was building a deck earlier and I threw in Alakazam EX instead of Radiant Alakazam. So I've been there, bro. I ain't even going to judge on it. Oh, gosh. Right, Rare Candy. That is a beautiful sight. And I think I actually just go for a Dark Patch with this quick search. Yeah, no questions asked, man. So I can just come in with Moltres, swing, take a KO on Lugia, and then say, right, you have to take a 2 prize or boss KO me. That's a much bigger deal. But how are we following up the turn after, bro? How are we getting a boss Lumineon next turn? Jesus, that sounds tough. Well, that said, they have to charge up this thing. This is going to get very interesting and very, it's going to speed up. But they just lost 3 gift energy, by the way. They've overdone the gift energy there. Right, a Darkrai V. I need to somehow turbo a bunch of energy into play here, which Klara could do for us, actually, after this KO. But it won't be enough to see through the game, but I don't know, man. Okay, maybe they did intentionally put this Snorlax in. Interesting. I guess the Therapeutic does still work, prevents the sleep from happening, so you are just hitting a straight 150 plus preventing retreat. So maybe the Snorlax was actually intentional. I don't know. They're hitting a 130 now. To be fair, it does actually cause some disruption. It means I can't just easily pivot my Pidgeot so much, but Don't really need to here. There's another Primal Turbo on the other Snorlax. And they do boss. Oh my god, they're actually gonna do this. My Switch and Rope is gone, by the way, which are only two direct forms of pivot. So I actually cannot retreat. Oh my god, I was sitting here judging them for all this nonsense about using the wrong Snorlax, and it may just win them the game? No way. Oh my god, I think they've just won. Hey, listen, brother. Hats off to you, because you just pulled that off. Well, kind of. It depends if I can get a boss to stick. I meant to get a boss. Did I have a boss in deck? I think I did, and I instead got a custom catcher. No! I keep calling it a custom catcher as well. All right, well, we'll hit heads for sure. No stress, bro. Trust me. Look, easy heads. See? They get Pumpkaboo up, and then they just retreat and KO me for game. But how am I retreating? How is it? But I guess it's just GG. I think we just lost. Wow. Oh, well. Hey, is there a case now for this Snorlax guy? Mental. Fair play indeed, my friend. There is that retreat into the baby Snorlax, and they're gonna take a KO for game. Absolute mental. Bro, if I just kept my switches and stuff or saved my V-Star power, it would have been easy for that. But no, fair play to them, man. They took advantage of that, and they done well. And that's going to be it for today with that strange Darkrai V-Star deck. It actually has competitive viability based on my first impression. So yeah, give this a try. But bear in mind, you have to be extremely big brain with your decision making. Yeah, that's not good for me. But do take care of yourself. Do leave a like, and bye-bye.